Headlines of this bulletin. The adjustments to the investment guidelines for the project of constructing Đại Ngãi Bridge on National Highway number 60 were approved. 65% of construction work of Trần Hoàng Na Bridge has been completed. Hòa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital organized free medical examination and medicine distribution on the occasion of the 75th War Invalids and Martyrs Day, July 27. Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News, the English news program of Cần Thơ radio and television station, and top news today. The Prime Minister recently signed a decision to approve the adjustments to the investment guidelines for the project of constructing Đại Ngãi Bridge on National Highway number 60, linking the two provinces of Trà and Sóc Trăng. The funds for the construction of Đại Ngãi Bridge will be taken from the state budget rather than the ODA loan. According to the recently promulgated decision approving the adjustments to the investment guidelines for the project of constructing Đại Ngãi Bridge, the scale of investment of Đại Ngãi Bridge is basically the same as previously stipulated in decision number 1478 QDTTG, dated October 28, 2019 of the Prime Minister. But the project is supplied with certain necessary works to ensure safety during operations. The scale of the project belongs to Group A, with an investment amount of 8.014 trillion Vietnam dong taken from the state budget for the first phase, in which 4.13 trillion Vietnam dong of capital is allocated from the recovery program. The Ministry of Transport is tasked with implementing the project as prescribed. Trần Hoàng Na Bridge is one of the key projects of Cần Thơ City. As of now, 65% of the construction work has been completed. A value of 473 billion Vietnam dong was completed out of 791 billion Vietnam dong of contract value. The contractor is working on the access road on the banks of Ninh Kiều and Cái Răng. The steel dome is being constructed with 60% of the materials imported. Trần Hoàng Na Bridge, built over Cần Thơ River, has the length of nearly 587 meters, connecting the districts of Ninh Kiều and Cái Răng. Once completed, the bridge will connect 1A National Highway with central routes, easing traffic congestions for the main routes of the city. On the occasion of the 75th War Invalids and Martyrs Day, July 27, Hòa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital organized free medical examination and medicine distributions for the families of war invalids, war martyrs, and policy classified families in Long Tuyền Ward, Bến Thủy District on the morning of July 24th. The hospital gifted 100 presents to the patients arriving at the event that belong to the families of war invalids, war martyrs, and policy classified families of the wars. On this occasion, the doctors performed clinical and subclinical testing for the patients while providing them with 100 medicine packages for common illnesses. The fund for the event was at over 100 million Vietnam dong, mobilized by Hòa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital from benefactors. After 2 days of exciting competition, the badminton tournament of Unionists of Cần Thơ City in 2022 has successfully ended. This year's contest attracts 142 athletes from 18 grassroots trade unions. In the end, the first, second, and third prizes were given to each game group as stipulated. The contest aimed to encourage the movement of sport training among civil servants in the cities and is a fine playground for the physical and spiritual development of civil servants, assisting them in accomplishing their political and professional missions at the units.
Ladies and gentlemen, summer is the peak travel period. Especially the ever-busy travel time has returned during this year's summer vacation after the COVID-19 hiatus. To be ready for this, travel units in Cần Thơ City have already made good tours available to meet visitors' travel demands. Let's get more information on summer tours in traveling around Cần Thơ this week.
According to representatives of Soha Group Limited Liability Company, located in Cái Răng Upper District, Đà Nẵng, Phú Quốc, and Đà Lạt are top destinations prioritized by residents of Cần Thơ in this travel period. Depending on schedule, tour prices can differ from each other in the range of around 2 million Vietnam dong. Suitable preferential programs are also available for tourists.
We have a discount of between 5 and 10% for the public, civil servants and teachers when going on tours of Soha Group, and 100 to 200,000 Vietnam dong discount for students studying in Cần Thơ City when going on our tours.
Apart from the fixed schedule, Soha Group approves tourists to adjust destinations and schedule of tours as their requirement.
This year's tours are built to better meet visitors' demand, which is to be able to experience more on tours at a reasonable price for students.
It's observed by Viettravel Cần Thơ, domestic flights departing from Cần Thơ receive the most concern from clients for their comfortable travel way. Examples are tours like Cần Thơ to Hanoi, Đà Lạt, and Đà Nẵng. Our family plans to have a summer vacation trip to the northwestern land. The itinerary of the tour is good and the price is reasonable. Besides, other tour products like those to foreign countries have been resumed, especially those in Southeastern Asian countries like Thailand, Singapore, and Malaysia have received good signals. It's observed right after the economy is recovered, the number of tourists stands at approximately 90% in comparison with the number before the occurrence of the pandemic. This is a good signal for the domestic tourism market. Hopefully, the recovery of the domestic tourism market can trigger the recovery of the international tourism market. As we found out, depending on destination, schedules, and travel means, each domestic tour departing from Cần Thơ can differ in price that is suitable to visitors' options. Typically, Cần Thơ Hòn Sơn, 1,850,000 Vietnam dong, Cần Thơ Nha Trang, 3,790,000 Vietnam dong, Cần Thơ Đà Nẵng, from 4 million to 4,690,000 Vietnam dong. The special thing in this year's summer travel period is that we additionally sell our tour products on electronic transaction floors such as Tiki, Shopee, Lazada. On the other hand, according to travel units, there are also a lot of visitors who want to have a trip to the western region on tours that bring them the experiences of ecological gardens, hill carriers, and community-based tourism activities in Cần Thơ City.
And now is the time for weather updates. The weather forecast has also wrapped up today's edition of Cần Thơ News. To rewatch our bulletins, you can log on to our website at kenthtv.vn. And now, thank you very much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.